The showdown is the Blaze Lightning Hazy IPA versus the Electric Thunderclap IPA. Challenge on. Hello everybody, I'm Ranger Hess, here with Voodoo Ranger series from New Belgium. If you are not aware, New Belgium is coming out with a new Voodoo Ranger series, and they're pitting the Electric Thunderclap, this biker man looking dude here, and Blaze Lightning IPA, which looks a lot like Macho Man Randy Savage. Anyway, I'm not sure how the fight is going up against the Juice Voodoo Ranger and the Voodoo Ranger, but we'll see it all come to fruition. Anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. As I said, I'm Liz. We're bringing you Brews and Bites, and we've got a delicious holiday treat for you. Classic chocolate chip cookies. I mean, it's a delightful dessert that shows up around everybody's table, I feel like most of the year, but it's great around the holidays. I know I'm guilty of having too many, probably also guilty of overindulging, but if you're gonna do anything and you wanna do it right, IPAs are the way to go. They often come with 7.3%, 7.5% for this guy. So you'll be feeling pretty good just after one. So we're gonna pair the two together today. West Coast and a hazy with the classic chocolate chip. We're gonna have nice complementary, contrasting, and cutting notes from each. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, that looks like a symphony of destruction. You're like, yeah, Auntie so-and-so, that was a great conversation. Slam an IPA. The conversations just get better over the holidays. All right, so chocolate chip. We've got sweet, buttery, gooey chocolate. What's it gonna do with the piney, malt backbone, hop-forward bitterness of a West Coast IPA? Chelsea made these from scratch at 3 o'clock this morning because she's a mom and she doesn't sleep. I don't know how moms do it. It's buttery, it's rich, chocolate gooey, super sweet. It brings the hops right up into my nose, like someone just flicked me across the nose and now I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I actually really like this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. The maltiness really goes in with the sweetness of the cookie, while at the same time the hop cuts it, and then the effervescence of the beer really just whooshes it away right away. The piney almost comes out more bitter because of the buttery, sugary sweetness of the cookie. This is a good drink and bite. Recommend that one over the holidays. Not only does it get you through multiple conversations, but you may come out a little bit sweeter as well. All right, I'm really excited this one because, like I said, it looks like Macho Man Randy Savage, and again, I don't know what they're doing with this series, but I'm all about it. So we're gonna go with the hazy IPA for you tropical fruit note lovers, like a little bit more juice to your bite. And with the chocolate chip cookies still, should be maybe a little bit more complimentary. I think it's gonna pop that chocolate a little bit more. Fruit and chocolates tend to go together really well. I really like the West Coast, but I'm expecting more of a flavor burst with this one. Maybe even the citrus is gonna pop. Oh, I'll pour it with my left hand. Oh, terribly.
What was this?
let's get in on our bite. I got a little sneak preview there by accident because my left hand sucks apparently. Again, starting out the same. It's buttery, it's sugary, it's sweet, chocolate gooey. Getting a lot of tropical notes right off in the head here. It actually tastes a little bit more like a wheat beer to me. I'm also a little sick. I'm getting a lot of banana notes, which is weird. It's very subtle, especially compared to the Juice Force Voodoo Ranger, which is, it's thick, it's chewy, it's packed full of, it's almost like orange juice in a can. Where this is really light, you can kind of see like, it's cloudy, but it's a very subtle, hazy. Like I said, it almost has like Hefeweizen notes going on, so almost like a wheat beer. I even get like the phenolic notes on the nose. More like a saison. It's okay. It's a little flat for me. A lot going on here though. Pairing it with a cookie, I do feel like it brings out the butter. And then it does have a nice carbonation to it. It's really well done, nice and effervescent, so it cuts really nicely. I don't think it overly complements the chocolate in this case. Again, I'm not sure if I'm just not picking up on a couple of things, but we'll give it one more go. Excuse me. I was actually kind of pouring. Bummer. There's a little citrus pop there right at the end. Maybe I got a delayed fish effect on my palate today, I'm not sure. I did have a fish sandwich for lunch. If I had to choose between this and the Juice Voodoo Ranger, the Juice would win hands over fist, but this is very light. Still packs a 7.3%. I think this is one of those, like it's light enough, it's gonna sneak up on you if you're not paying attention. But between the two, New Belgium, if you're watching, I'm gonna go for Mr. Biker Man, Electric Thunderclap Man over here. I think the West Coast is delicious, packs a nice piney, malty backbone punch. This one, yeah.
I'm here in a sweet, sweet Santa hat. We're gonna do some NA IPAs here. We've got our more West Coasty style and our more hazy-ish style. I call them more-ish because I don't really know if they're exactly that, but we've got the Lagunitas IPA, which is delicious, I've had before, and the Deschutes Fresh Squeeze, which is also delicious. So, I mean, I'm getting a pretty good deal out of here with both of them being tasty. Where I'm not getting a very good deal is I don't like sweet things in IPAs. So, we're gonna see how it goes. Maybe it'll like pop up and be better than I'm expecting. Liz was pretty happy with the West Coast and her cookie. So, let's see what we got going on here. Best Santa ever. Yeah, zoom in on the pour, Lizzie. Dun, 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 dun. Should have poured it with my left hand just to show Liz how it's done. So, unfortunately, out of the NAs, I feel like they never have as good of a nose as like the real beers do. We're definitely catching some of the hops, some of the bitterness. Hair off my sleeve. A little bit lighter on the flavor, highly carbonated. Almost not quite at like a bubble water carbonation, but definitely higher than beers tend to be. But it's definitely giving more of this West Coasty style smell, more bitter forward. Not as much malt, but definitely more bitter forward. All right, so let's see what we're gonna get going with these delicious homemade cookies that look perfect that I made. Definitely sweet, very rich because I like the square chocolate chips. Bigger ones, very buttery. Nothing. Nothing at all. Like, kind of baffling at how neither of these changed a lot of flavor. That was really strange. Like, even when I did the tea, there was like a flavor change on one of them, and this was kind of like the same. Let's do drink first, then cookie. I think it's because the flavor of this doesn't last super long. And there's like a little bitter finish against the sweet. I get to get a little bit more malt when I do it like that. A little bit more of the malt characteristics definitely dilutes down the bit of hop. A little bit more malt action going through on it. Not wildly different, which actually is kind of nice considering that's not usually my favorite pairing in the world. Would definitely do the two together again. It's not necessarily like complementing, but it's not contrasting either, so it's not bad. It's not wow worthy, but it's not bad. Now in our 2024 GABF classes, we're gonna go with the Deschutes Fresh Squeeze. Dun, 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 dun. Definitely not as hazy as a hazy should be, but we've got the squeeze, we've got the citrus, so it's as close as we could get. So that's what we did. Again, not nearly as big of a nose as like Liz's had. Definitely catch the citrus on it though. Carbonation. It's giving a lot more beer vibes. It's still definitely light on the flavor, but it's given me kind of the almost like yeasty finish of like a beer. That one was almost finishing like too clean. So a little bit more flavor, a little bit more bitterness, a little bit more bite. Definitely a lot of citrus. Hoping, as Liz kind of had the same thing, but then the citrus wasn't as citrusy as she was hoping. That I'm actually looking forward to the butter and the citrus more than the chocolate and the citrus, but we'll see. Cookies. Yep. Oh, that was actually really good. Yeah, the butter and the citrus on this with that little bit of that yeast finish just like complement both the butter and those flavors. Really skyrocketed. A little bit of the bite chilled out quite a bit from the bitterness, and it actually cut through the overly sweet of the chocolate for me. Would definitely recommend this pairing. This is going together really nicely. I like how the butter and the citrus are going together. And the color's great. Oh, it's like just giving me more beer vibes, which is kind of nice. So if I were to have a battle, I would choose the Deschutes. Oh, that was a little bit better. So there you go. Maybe citrus and citrus forward IPAs and West Coast really like piney IPAs are the way to go with your chocolate chip cookie game this season. Let us know how it goes.